a lot of rules that we have to follow. No swearing. One pair.
Welcome back to my channel. So I've kind of been a little MIA. Been working on my TikTok channel. My TikTok account. So if you aren't following me, I do have it, I'm pretty sure, linked in my bio. So it's madison.castile17. So go check it out. I've been doing some fun videos. So let's get into this video. So I have been, like a lot of us moms or anyone around my age has been watching MOMTOK, and it relates to me. Hi, I forgot. My name is Maddie. I have a 12-month-old son. He just turned a year at the beginning of this month, so it's really fun. I usually talk about motherhood and lifestyle, and then I'm hoping to get into some baking and some cooking on this channel, so stay tuned for those. Okay, so back to MOMTOK. Let's talk about it. So yes, I know they're Mormon moms, but there's like all different kinds of moms too, outside of whatever religion or whatever religion you're. If you're not in a religion, that's okay. So like they're like Mormon. So I think one of the girls is an ex-Mormon. Sorry. And so it's a really good show, as far as I can see. And it's based on what happened to like that group in Utah, the MOMTOK group. Like I think it happened like 2 years ago, where the swinging incident came out. I know I have been on TikTok and we've been talking about starting like a MOMTOK group, kind of like over us, by us. Not saying that it's like a mom life group, because if you know what MOMTOK means, you know. So if you live in Southern California, comment down below and I'll reach out. Like I have some friends here, but they don't have kids, and I want more of like a kind of like a group to like go to and help and ask them for advice or whatever I need. So I love the show. I think it's really good. And if you go on my TikTok, I rated the girls. No, I didn't put it on my YouTube shorts. Sometimes I put my videos on my YouTube shorts from my TikTok account, just because some people don't follow me on TikTok and so they don't see that content. I think it's so good. It had some really good points. Especially if they're doing a lot of press right now. And so the one thing the one girl, I'm just gonna say it, I don't like is Whitney. And I think I can say a lot of people on TikTok and around online have been saying they don't like Whitney. Like throughout the show, it like really showed her colors. And then if you watch like all the girls like interviews, like Whitney's not there, she's doing her own interviews without the girls. And then I watched Taylor Lautner and his wife Tay. Like I've grew up watching Taylor Lautner stuff, like movies and that, so like I like him. And so like I watched his podcast with his wife. They do like a mental health podcast, and they had Whitney on it. And like after I watched like all the other podcasts and then I watched that one, like you could tell, like even Tay said in her like in the opening that she's like, well, we usually don't do this because this isn't like part of our brand, like working with like having someone like her on. And so like you can kind of say like she was kind of putting it out there, like, they didn't really want her, but, like, Whitney wanted someone to talk to her and get her line open. I don't know if it's completely true, if she got permission from Demi to do the Fruit Loops incident. If you've seen the show, you know. But I don't want to get into it, not my story, but you guys should check out some of those Mom Talk. If you watch the show, you should watch like their podcasts that they're going on, and it gives you more light about their personalities. So like I did the ranking of the Mom Talk girls, and like I had people like comment on my TikTok. They're like, why do you think Michaela is like one of the top people? And I'm like, well, on the show they didn't really like show her personality as much, but if you go to her TikTok and watch and listen to all the podcasts that she was on, you could see and hear like her personality and how she is. And then I just mainly ranked them about like how I felt about them in the show and how I would rank them if they were my friends. So that's how I would rank them. I know I ranked Michaela like one of the top 3s. I don't know exactly like all of them in order. So go check out that video on my TikTok. And I would say that the other, I know I put Zach last, who is Jennifer Affleck's husband. And I know she says in the show that she's like, her husband is like second cousins to Ben Affleck, but if you go onto social media and you watch some of those videos, like there's been some fans who have done deep dives and they figured out, oh, she's actually not related to, they're not really related to each other. They just have the same last name. So her husband, she might think that she is because her husband probably just told her that. But you don't know the real answer to that. But her husband, like, all the girls were doing this girl trip. I think it was for Layla's birthday. I think so, yeah. And they were going to Las Vegas. And as you would think, Mormon people going to Las Vegas. A lot of different religious groups go to Las Vegas, and yeah. And her and Taylor, like, they were just eating so far, and like both of their guys were like at the casino or wherever, and they were like, why are you at Chippendales? And like Zach got like really mad at her, which, if your husband or girlfriend doesn't want you there, that's fine. Just respect them and decide to leave, which her and Taylor did. But what I didn't like was how like he like totally freaked out on her and was like, this relationship's over, and then brought in all the other girls' relationships and just like dragged everyone in the mud. It was just like sad, and like you could see that. And like, as like she said at the beginning, like he's going to med school and like he doesn't work, and she works by making money on TikTok, which I don't know how much she's making, but she's making a lot of money. And she said, if it wasn't for me, like, he wouldn't be able to stay in med school. Because if you know, in the story they talked that he has a gambling problem, and when they were in Las Vegas, she did give him like $2,500 to play with, and then he got mad. And so like I just kind of got mad, like, well, she gave you some money to like she didn't have to like allow you to gamble and play the card games that you wanted to play. She could have just said no and had you stay back. But like he was so jealous, and then in the morning they're like, where is she? She isn't home. And they were just all worried about her. And that shows you like those girls were like truly worried, because of the situation. Yeah, they know. They're like, okay, they chose not to like completely come into the gentleman's, no, like the strip club. But, and then Taylor Frankie, on the other hand, her, well, I don't know, Dakota and her, I don't know if they're together or not together, but it's just sad. And like, I like the show. Like, I like all the girls. I think Taylor was like more apologetic. Like, you could actually see like she was like sorry about her actions. She felt bad what she did. In that, when her and her ex-husband did the swinging, she's like, well, I shouldn't have done it, because it turned out badly. Like, it like caused her to get feelings for a different person that was not her husband. And so it was just like sad, and like you could see that she was genuine and like really sorry, as like you could see like when Whitney did like her video of her son sick in the hospital with RSV, which is like really bad for your kid. She was in there dancing. Like, she's like, oh, well, I made the video to make, not light of like her situation, but just like to kind of like make her happy, like do something fun. But like the whole internet took it wrong. But I think, I'm like, you could have just made that video and just kept it to yourself and didn't have to post it. Because once you posted it, the whole world started judging you. And then like, and then like she started, like people were, then she was like starting telling people what other people said to her about other people at that, I think it was at Macy's like birthday getaway. It was just so sad. But overall I thought the show was good. I just didn't like Whitney. I didn't like Zac Efron. I was like somewhat okay with Dakota, but like he was not like my top favorite. Next, I wanted to, like, if you haven't watched it, you should go watch it. It gives you kind of insight. And then a lot of people who are Mormon, they were like, yeah, that's kind of how Mormon people are. Like, they are very judgy people. And I'm like, or seem to be. I don't know. I don't know a lot of Mormon people. And so it was like, I like the show, just not for who they are, but I just like to see them. It was a better like reality show than watching the Kardashians. Better. The next TV show I want to talk about is the Sister Wives. As we know, they're kind of like Mormon. They are like a section of Mormons. But what I think a lot of people get wrong is everyone's like, oh, if you're Mormon, then you have like several wives. That's not the case. Like, some people, like, there's only a couple groups that like practice polygamy. And the Sister Wives, they're in that one, the ABU. I like listening to people like talk about it. I don't really want to watch it. Like, I watched some clips of it. I just think I don't want to give them ratings, just because of how bad the head guy Cody has been treating the wives, and how they like left, and then now the wife ex-wife Christine, who's now married to someone else, is now suing him for child support and like paternity. So like, since like she now lives in Utah, like they can get 4 years backtrack of child support, and she can get since her daughter's now 14, like she has a voice, she could tell him where she wants to live, and like basically like everything comes out. And I think not necessarily I would agree like you should sue someone or what, but like he wasn't there for the kids. Like he was only really there for Robin, which was like sad. Like if you notice, like her house is up for sale. You can see that on other media platforms. And it's like because like they're in the loss, they have to pay for that lawsuit. And then they are, you can see how like she lives. Like they had the best house. They had all the kids had cars, unlike his other kids. And like her kids all have him on the birth certificate. The other kids aren't claimed as his kids like legally. But it's just like sad. And then a lot of people were comparing Zach to Cody, like that they both have the same traits. They're both like narcissist people, which I could see. But I really did overall. I really did like Mom Talk, because they didn't really focus much on the religion. They talked about a little bit of it, but I really liked it. And then if you go check out my TikTok, I did, or actually I also did it in the YouTube shorts, so they're also in there. I did a video because in our state of California we don't have Swig. We have Sonic, and so like I drove a little ways away. It's not the closest to me, but I drove there and I got the Jen Affleck drink, which is Dr. Pepper, peach, vanilla, and then sweet cream. And that was really good. I like that. So if you have some other like soda options or like fun drink ideas, leave them in my comment section and I'll try them, and I'll do like a little video on my TikTok, and then I'll put them on my YouTube shorts. So comment and like this video, and remember to subscribe to my channel. I'll see you in another video.